What's going on? I don't know. I just wanted to record this real quick and help you understand that life is so much more easier when you limit the number of people who have uh, an opinion in your life or the ability to affect your life with their opinion, right? Because right now, subconsciously, it, we're making mistakes as humanity by allowing just anybody to come up with their opinion, and that can sway you or shake you in any way, shape, or form. That's not how you were built. That's not how your mind was created to be. That's just a side effect of sin and everything else in the world that goes wrong and spirals out of control. Your mind is supposed to be able to have this sort of structure to it. How do I say it? Like these keys of some sort, right? So it's like one key, another key, another key, and another key, right? So these are the keys to your emotional state, or to to have the ability to sway you in some way, shape, or form, right? With their opinion. You give out these keys to people. You choose who can have these keys because you want to trust these people. But you can also, here's the part that people make a mistake of, you can also take away those keys instantly, like immediately. The moment you've determined that the person who you gave those keys is not worthy to hold those keys, take them away immediately. Take them away, recalibrate, and crack on with your day. That's the type of mindset you're supposed to have as to how someone can emotionally sway you in some way, shape, or form, right? Because it's good to have people around you with other opinions, but it becomes a problem when you can't control or you can't take away keys from generally just bad people. There's a lot of bad people out here, right? Bad, not saying that they're bad in terms of a certain standard. They're bad in terms of you just being you, because you need to be you, right? And then for you to be you, certain opinions get in the way of you being you. Their opinions might be justified in some way, shape, or form in terms of a different person's opinion, but in terms of just you being you, they change who you are as a person. And so it's always good to be able to have the ability to take those keys away from people, even the people who somewhat seem like they deserve those keys. No one in this life deserves those keys apart from the big God. Sorry, only God deserves that key in your life. Only God deserves it. Everybody else, it's a choice whether or not. It comes down to that thing. And the beautiful thing is when you're not enslaved in some way, shape, or form to a person. That's the most beautiful thing you can see, because you genuinely give them those keys or the ability to sway your opinion because you choose so, because this person has proven to you time and time again that when they suggest something, it doesn't hurt you, and when they suggest something awful, it also, you can recalibrate and do better. It becomes a problem when just anyone in society can come up. You can be making the most beautiful, passionate thing in the entire world. You can be a creative, making the most beautiful, passionate thing in the entire world, starting that business, making that song, doing whatever you're doing, right? And then someone comes, just one person, you play that beat out loud, you make that song out loud, and then somebody comes and says, nah, that's bums. They just threw the opinion out there, baseless. They didn't go through everything you went through to get to that point, to come to the conclusion that you love that. They don't have any of that. They're just going with whatever nonsense they've lived their life with, in comparison to your life, and that beat in particular, and they're saying, nah, that's nonsense. And then that sways you. Now you can't look at the beat the same, because someone else has the type of keys that can come in to your life, unlock your opinion meter, and scream into it saying, You are crap. That song is crap. That idea is crap. And then it screws with you. Because now emotionally you're screwed with, spiritually you're screwed with, and physically you're screwed with. Because physically you're not doing anything anymore in terms of that beat. You're demotivated in terms of that music, in terms of that song, in terms of that idea, in terms of anything. Emotionally you're screwed with because now you're feeling like crap because someone just said something that you're passionate about is crap. And then spiritually, you're cooked because demons are now using whatever sort of emotional patterns and whatever sort of ideology or anything just to make you move further away from God and a God-like way of living. So don't ever let anyone pull up and tell you an opinion and allow it to sway you. Change your mind in such a way that it doesn't automatically give a new person in your life or just anybody in your life keys to your opinion, keys to your life, keys to your how you perceive things. Change it completely. Change it to everyone is blocked off until you have assessed them and you've chosen that you want to give them your keys. You're not supposed to be an open book. That's not how you're supposed to be made because there's a lot of crappy people out here. Maybe in heaven you can be an open book because there's no crappy people in heaven. In heaven it's clean, it's cut, it's beautiful. But in this world, full of crappy people, full of crappy thoughts, full of hurt people, because hurt people. That's what I've learned. So if you're hurt, you need to heal so that you can heal other people and bring more love. But hurt people. People who go around striving for ego, for all these other things, they're hurt. Bro, they're hurt. And so they need to hurt people to feel less hurt. But in the end, they just spread hatred, pain, hurt, negativity, Satanism. That's what they do. So don't ever forget that. Lock off, take back the keys from everybody, remove the mindset that automatically gives anybody the keys to your mind, to your opinion, to your perspective. That's sort of like adapting, because adapting is simply change, right? But the problem is when you just change to anything that comes into your environment. You're not supposed to change to just anything that comes into your environment, because then in a world full of crappy people, it just takes one bad person for you to change negatively. You know what I'm saying? So remember that. And remember, Jesus loves you.